Oh. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Sorry for this one, fam. It's been a month. As you can see, I'm kinda sick. It's not coronavirus. From what I know, I've done the tests, they're negative. Anyway, here's the video. I hope you like it as usual. Yeah, let's start.
As you can see, Luna already knows him. This is Diluk, and he's one of the richest people in Mondstadt. He owns the great winery that is there. And actually, his backstory, he's one of the most tragic ones.
Can I interfere for a second?
My
Type is, it's my channel. My type is edgy men, boss babe women. Moving on.
Yeah.
You can continue whatever.
Very edgy man, you shall see later. So Diluk's backstory basically is he was very happy. He was very happy as a young boy and a teenager, from what we know. Though at some point I remember the fact that his dad died at his hands.
Oh well.
He didn't kill him, he was holding him and the dad died.
Like Jonathan Joestar.
Yes.
Only thing Jonathan Joestar didn't let his trauma break him.
Anyway, and also that was the same day I believe that his adoptive brother decided to pick a fight.
Nice. We haven't said who his adopted brother is.
He's Kaya. We said it at Kaya's point.
Yeah.
We did say it.
For gore.
We didn't mind. And so, while actually being having the biggest winery in all of Mondstadt, he actually doesn't drink at all. He hates it. He prefers grape juice. Grape juice.
You know what? Wine is grape juice, just old one.
Yeah, he does not like the old one.
Yeah, well, grape juice is great, so we support him. But I am a drinker myself. You know that.
I ain't, that's why she's saying it.
Yeah. Respect to Diluk.
A lot of respect to Diluk. And also, this is a tiny bit of a secret. He actually does the work of the Knights of Favonius because apparently the Knights are incompetent.
Okay.
He's the Dark Knight hero, he's basically Batman.
He's
Batman.
He's an orphan after all.
Yes, he's the orphan, he's the redhead Batman.
Yay!
And also, I would like to add the fact that this was the first rarer character that Nico got.
Yeah, shout out to Nico. I doubt she'll watch the video.
We don't mind.
Yeah, I guess I'll get no support for my friends. How would you rate him?
I would rate him about a 9.5.
Nice, I would give him a 10.
Yeah, sure, you will give him a 10. Mine is a tiny bit on the touch of the edginess. It's a tiny bit too much. Though he's a very good character. Nice. And also he saves our ass in the story, because why not?
Yeah, also a bit of a more personal touch. Diluk was the link that broke the chain of Sunday's crashes on redheads, on fictional redheads.
Yes, I really like redheads. You will see in a little bit. Redheads and gingers, that's my type.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of the time, almost always, I love the redheads and gingers. I hate the blondes. And Genshin was the game that broke that chain.
That's a cycle, yeah.
Yeah, you will see probably later. I really like one of the blonde guys over here.
Okay. Moving on.
My tiny zombie! My lady! So this is Chichi.
Before you explain the lore.
Yeah, so basically Chichi was my first 5-star character, the rarer kind. And Luna got her for me.
I pulled it.
Yes,
Her.
she pulled on Jean Lee's banner,
Uh-huh.
a very major character you shall see later.
Oh, we
And
don't know who he is, you know.
yes,
Fucker.
He is both mine, Nico's.
No, that's later. That's for later.
Sorry, terribly sorry. We shall see later.
The spotlight belongs on her now.
Yes, the tiny zombie has the spotlight at the moment. So she is the zombie of Lie. Apparently, I believe she's the only zombie out there. Because some of the non-human folk decided a big tragedy happened, she almost died, and we brought her back to life.
Yeah, necromancy, baby.
Yeah! So she actually now has almost nearly no, not exactly emotion. Terribly sorry.
Okay.
She actually has a terrible memory.
Mm-hmm.
And so she actually keeps most of the very important parts she needs to remember written down. And that's a very cute thing because she actually has a training regime written down. She has the things she can and can't eat. She has
That's adorable.
the people she really likes, the people she wants to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Though there is one she always remembers.
Oh.
Yeah, she's scary.
Okay.
We shall see her later.
Yeah.
And
I know.
One of the characters we don't actually have, we don't actually know if will become playable or not, has adopted her, and she works at Liwa's main pharmacy.
That's adorable.
Yes.
Also, as you said, she's practically a zombie. It's directly inspired by, sorry if I mispronounce it, Xianxi. It's a Chinese hopping vampire zombie type of mythical being, which I find I have a soft spot for this kind of creature because it's, I think, very underrated in modern media.
Yeah, she is one of the cuter, I think, characters. I really like all the frills, the pearls. She's very cute.
Yeah, she is.
So as for rating, if it was not obvious, she's a 10.
Yeah.
Because she is the most vital member of my team. She is my little healer. She is my little tank. Because I have her in mostly for defense and to heal everybody else.
Yay. Suits it for me as well.
Yes.
Moving on. We have here. First of all, I think she was on one of the people that her design was changed.
Yes, this is Mona, the astrologist.
Wow.
Yes, Mona Magistus, the astrologist.
Is this the old or the new design?
This is the old design. All of the designs we have here are actually, I believe all of them are the old ones.
Okay, I don't think that's bad.
I believe they changed her tights as well as the chest area.
Okay, fair.
To be a little bit less,
Yeah,
too
revealing.
much,
Yeah.
too revealing. So she is an astrologist. She actually almost all of the time she hasn't got any money.
Okay.
Yes, she's one of the broke characters. Though she is very helpful and she goes by a lot of the rules for astrology. So she usually doesn't want to tell about the astrology sign. How do you say it? Premonition?
Yeah, I get
About the
a prophecy like
that.
yeah,
Yes.
let's just say that.
She can actually see most of the characters, either a little bit of their backstory or of their future.
A scary power to have.
Yes, a very scary power to have. Also, according to her, actually, her powers are very straining to use on some of the gods we will see.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, they're gods, of course,
Yeah.
it will be straining. And this will be all for Mona actually. She doesn't play a major part in the main story, and while she has a character story of her own, I do not exactly like her,
Yeah.
both the story and Mona herself.
Mm-hmm.
Though according to one of this year's summer event, she is actually great friends with Fizzle, as we saw before.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they have similar aesthetics, to be honest.
She is actually one of the people who go with Fizzle's playing the princess style
Oh,
the
okay.
most.
Lesbian, perhaps. Anyway.
No, she acts like the court's maids.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
okay.
it's very cute.
My opinion on her, you know, my dear friend Sunday, that I do love the astrology, astronomy aesthetic extremely much.
She really likes anything that has to do with space.
Yeah, so much so that, you know, my dream job is an astronomer
Yeah.
or astrophysicist. I don't see that aesthetic clearly displayed here, to be honest, as much as I would like. I really like the end of her pigtails, but other than that, I'm not a big fan of the design. And considering what you've told me, I think her powers are really cool. But other than that, I find the character poor.
In both money
Yeah.
and general characterization.
Uh-huh.
Actually, the main thing you will see is the way she reads the stars. It's actually only visible the fact that she's an astronomer, astrologist,
Yeah.
in one of her idols, where she starts to read people's star signs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
very
So,
nice.
the rating, yeah.
Yeah,
for
the
girl.
rating. For the girl is 6.5.
Yeah, I think it's the same for me actually.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Because we actually don't have too much to say about Mona.
Yeah.
She actually was part of an event very early in Genshin's stories, though I have unfortunately missed that one.
Okay.
I do not know if it was very great. I will need to look it up again.
Research. Next up.
Next up, we go back to Liyue and for another major character, Genshin.
Gucci. Okay. Good thing I'm not getting paid out of this, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good point. She is Liyue's Yuhan. This means she is basically at the same point as Jin is.
Oh.
Yeah, she's kind of the main war force of Liyue, not war, soldier force of Liyue. She is the boss there. Though she does a lot of different jobs, and this is kind of one of my problems. Genshin is a very awkward kind of girl. She has a very one of the main characteristics of her is that the fact that she does not know how much of respect she either gets from people or she needs to give people. She knows about the elders, though people of her own age she has a very great difficulty.
Okay. Interesting. Other than that,
There's also the fact that apparently she's one of the people who didn't really like Liyue's main god, though apparently she has a lot of pluses of him. Pluses, paraphernalia, all of that kind.
That's awfully suspicious.
Yes, very sus. She's very sus. Genshin is sus. And while I really like her design, it's her personality that has a problem for me. And though I have her as a character, I don't usually use her in battle, so I can't exactly say how useful she would have been to up her points a little bit more.
fair. Speaking of points,
Yeah, she gets a 5.
yeah, she gets a 4 out of me. She, I don't know, she feels plain. I don't know, I haven't felt her, you know?
Neither do I feel her, though she is also one of the people who help save our asses very often in Liyue.
You know what? I don't care. Perhaps I
Neither do
want
I.
to die.
A lot of people want to die at the hands of a lot of people, but what can we do?
What can we do? Moving on. Venti!
Moving on, we have the first god on our hands.
Yeah.
So this is Venti, also known as Barbatos, the god of Mondstadt.
I just now learned that Barbatos and Venti are the same person.
Oh my god.
Because you know, I googled it, and I wanted to. This is an actual text. I wanted to tell you something about Venti, but I forgot his name, and I said you, who's that wind god twink?
Yeah, I actually guessed it was. There are actually 3 or 4 of that kind of people, and
Yeah.
I actually guessed her other favorite character, but it was not that one. She was
Is
actually.
my other favorite character a wind god?
He's
a twink.
He's a twink. He's a wind kind of guy, though he isn't god. He's immortal.
Yeah, okay. And I googled it. You know, Genshin Iban wind god, and they were all Barbados, and I was like, no, that's not him.
Yeah, his design actually changes depending of if you are talking about the god or Venti himself. Venti
Google that.
Venti is the character we have up at the screen at the moment, and I might let Luna do her magic and show the way it is on Genshin's manga. To show a lot of more of skin because Barbados has.
Oh, is that the winged one?
Yes,
I've
it is
seen
the
it on Twitter.
it is the winged one, and it is a lot more sexualized than most of the women there.
Yeah, honestly, it's a bit icky in my humble opinion. Is this one? This one?
Yes, it's that one.
Yeah. I'm not going to edit it.
She ain't going to edit it. What
yeah.
can we do?
Yeah, you can Google it. You know, Google is free. Perhaps he cares to. I know why.
So anyway, Venti's main personality is the fact that he's constantly drunk, and also the fact that he is a bard and constantly either rhymes or sings.
Oh, he's a theater kid.
Yes, he's very much a theater kid.
A theater kid who cannot die.
Oh my god.
Nightmare.
And so apparently he is the god of freedom. Yeah, so as you will see, we also already, Mondstadt is a very free kind of region.
Mm-hmm.
They don't exactly have too many rules, though they do have the knights. So they also don't do the work properly.
Yeah, well.
What can you do?
What's his name? Diluc is the only guy that cares.
Diluc and Jin are the only people who
Oh.
very much care for the
Okay.
safety of Mondstadt.
Great.
Yeah.
So the rating. Let me
The
guess with
rating?
my psychic powers. Is it a 10 perhaps?
No, it is not a 10, it is a 7.
Oh yeah.
I actually do not like Venti at all.
Yeah.
I do not like Venti.
Betrayal.
Betrayal,
Treason.
a lot of betrayal over here because I actually do not like rhyming characters. It is very disturbing for me, although his backstory and the fact that he's a god, so he has a lot of knowledge, a lot of misery, a lot of dead folk. What can you do? I do not feel bad for him. I do not.
Right. It's an 8.5 for me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna give him a 9, but I gave what's his name? Kaya a 9. So and I like Kaya more.
Yeah.
I like edgy men. Okay.
What can we do?
Yeah. Also, I don't think we mentioned it. You traveled in the town I study, so
Yeah,
we can
we're actually in the same room right now. This is why the audio is a lot better.
the other is in the dog seat, man.
I don't mind.
I mean, you don't watch the videos, that's why I had to edit it, man.
I do not know how to edit. That's why you
I
told me.
meant that you cannot feel the bad quality of the other videos because I had to cut every single, time each one spoke so I can adjust the volume.
Oh my god.
Yeah, moving on. Click.
Apparently Luna knows this one.
Yeah.
She is apparently a tiny knight because for some reason they decided to knight a 6-year-old instead of the maid.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is how do you say it? Pyromaniac. This is how you will say it. Please, a pyromaniac. She is a child. She makes bombs. Yeah.
Don't we all? My
See?
first bomb, by National Geographic, those kids in.
Oh my god. She is a very kind girl. I will say that first. She is very kind. She is very caring. Though it is very disturbing the fact that they decided to leave such a young girl with bombs of all things.
Yeah. I mean, do we know if before she was knighted, if she would play with bombs?
I believe she breaks the record for the youngest person to get her powers.
Oh,
Because she got her as a little baby.
good for her.
Yes, she knew her passion very, very much because was her mama's passion.
Bomb?
Yes, she is the bomb lady, and also her mom writes the travel guides that we read throughout the game.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
Absent mama, very bomb girl.
Yeah, fair. There's a lot of drama to have in like about 10 years to reveal itself.
Yeah, and in last year's summer event, we got to hear her mother's voice the first time.
Whoa.
Her name is Alice, by the way. And she is very caring, although she has to leave because of her work.
Mm-hmm.
Though apparently she does visit. We learned that in this summer event.
Uh-huh.
Because apparently she visited, and this is why we didn't get Klee in this summertime event.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I stuck for a second. Anyway.
She got stuck.
So rating.
Rating Klee, she is about a 9 for me.
Okay. How do I put in Chichi? A 10. Okay, that's the look. A 10.
She gave both 10. What will you give Klee though?
A 7.
Give her a 7, I don't mind.
Okay,
See-
that's what I said here to Sunday off screen when we were checking the images. She doesn't quite click for me the way Chichi does.
Yeah.
Or the other children for that matter, but whatever, spoilers.
Yeah, I believe Klee, while she has a very great personality, the design wise, she's a little
Yeah.
bit of plain.
Mm-hmm.
And would you like to move on?
Yeah. Another child!
And this is Diona.
Is that alcohol?
She
Underage drinking?
No, she hates it, though she is a bartender.
I mean, that's underage 3.
That's underage
My head.
working.
No, even worse.
Yes, that is worse. And actually, Diona is a little bit of a tragic character as well because of the fact that her father is a drunkard and she is trying to destroy the alcohol industry in Mondstadt, which is a little bit hard because that's their main industry.
Yeah.
And also, she's just a little kitty girl.
The collapse of a country,
Yeah.
A country's economy because of her.
Yeah. And apparently Diona has a magic shaker that was given to her by a lake fairy. Do not ask me what she did to talk to the lake fairy. I do not remember it.
Yeah, maybe just because she's cute. I mean, cats can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I love my cat, I miss my cat.
She really misses her cat.
Yeah.
And also, she is there is a tribe of people that, as far as I know, it's only her and her dad.
Oh.
I do not know if there are more in her town, though the models that we have, it's only her dad and Diona, that are of the Cats line clan. It is the clan of the cats.
Yeah. Also, I really appreciate her design and clothes.
Yeah.
Especially like her pants because they look like paw prints, and her boots because they look like, cat paws.
She actually has paw prints on the soles of her boots.
That's adorable.
That's freaking adorable.
Yeah. Also like the flower things that come from her bag.
Oh yeah, these ones. I actually always remember the fact that she has something on her back. I always only remember her tail.
Yeah.
Because that's the main characteristic you want to remember.
Yeah. Rating.
Rating, she is a 7.5 actually, because she can be very annoying character-wise.
Okay. She's a 6 for me.
She's a 6, okay.
Yeah.
The little kitty is a 6 for the cat lady.
Yeah, you know what? My cat is the best.
Yeah, he is indeed the best.
Yeah, and I really like Calico's, but not her. Also, her head is fucking huge, and the huge ass hat doesn't help.
Indeed, the huge ass hat.
In Clis, maybe just the art and the angle, it's way more.
Less jarring.
Yeah, and also I forgot to say, Clis' design reminds me of the Made in Abyss art style.
It does. Also, I would like to add the fact that I forgot to say, Klee is apparently an elf.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is why her ears are pointy as well, though not fairy.
Cool.
Very good.
The guy!
Yes.
The child.
Child Tartaglia or Ajax, however you want to call him.
Yeah.
He is
Lore heavy.
Lore heavy.
He's
really lore heavy, and I do not know if I would like to say.
Yeah. That's your job.
Yeah, that is my job. And so he comes from one of the regions we will apparently see last. He hails from Snezhnaya, basically Russia. Hopefully not actual Russia. And he is one of the main bad guys.
Yeah.
Though he is very fun to be around, he is one of the 11 bosses that we will see from the Fatui.
I saw Sunday fight against him.
Yeah, because that was the first time I got Chichi and I needed to test her.
Oh. He's hot at least.
He is very hot indeed. And he has a lot of trauma.
Yeah, I mean, he looks the part.
He very much looks the part because
those eyes, this smile.
He has dead eyes. He's actually the only character who does not have like. That's a different character.
No, that's an Easter egg because he's sad, he's depressed.
No, those are Easter eggs for other characters, my dear.
No, I know.
He actually legit has dead eyes because actually, if you see closely, he does not have the white part that most of the other character.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Cool detail.
Very cool detail. He's also a big fat liar because he lies to the family. The family he has, I know for about 3 siblings and his parents.
Like biological?
Biological, of course.
Oh, oh, my mom doesn't know why.
And he lies to the younger ones. I do not know if any of the older siblings know.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he is Harbinger, they say it. He's part of the Fatui. They believe that he is a toy maker.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Weird as fuck. This was the best lie he could come up with.
Yeah,
pussy boy.
It's actually very jarring to say because in his character story we meet one of his younger brothers, Tusser, and we go and see one of the big, like animatronic, though not exactly, not bosses, one of the bigger enemies.
Uh-huh.
And the kid thinks it's a toy.
What the fuck?
Yeah. The kid, Tusser calls it Mr. Cyclops, and it's very jarring to see a little kid
Could
see the world in that way because of his older brother.
Yeah, fair enough, but have you maybe considered that mental illness could run in the family? Jesus!
Yeah, probably. I do not know.
Yeah.
And actually, if you see to the next shot we have,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you,
Also,
Luna.
Smash.
Smash a lot. He actually fell in the, let's call it, I believe it's called the piece, I do not exactly remember. And so now he can transform to that thing. It's called Foul Legacy.
Okay, what is it though?
I'm not exactly sure. It's a monstrous version of him.
Yeah, anyway.
It needs
Question.
the last phase of his boss.
Yeah. While in that form, does he have control of himself? Or does he go like in beast mode, I guess?
We believe he kind of goes in the background, though he can say some things. It's not exactly him. I believe it's the monster that is talking.
Okay.
Because we also know the fact that he actually does not fully like that side of him.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Yeah, who would like the monster side of you? Only a face only a mother would love.
Yeah, doubt it.
And while his human self is very battle focused, I do not know if it is to the point of the monster's side.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, he actually wants to not destroy,
Take over?
take over the world over there.
Don't we all know?
Eh.
We are all boss babes deep down. So, the rating.
The rating is a 9.5.
Yeah, he's a 10 for me. So
Of course,
pretty
it's a 10 for you.
close. Is he edgy? Is he a man? Do both of these have a tick next to them? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? He kinda reminds me of the fact that he has like a monster side. Ichigo from
Ooh,
Bleach.
yes.
I'm watching Bleach right now, fun fact.
Yes. And I'm listening to everything she has to say.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to say. I went a few months back through the Bound arc. I'll make a whole ass video about Bleach, by the way.
Yeah.
And I complained for like an hour straight, no interruption. Shall we move on?
Yes, we shall.
Here, another dark skin character at last.
Yes, finally. She is also, unfortunately, one of the darkest we will see for quite a while.
Yeah.
This is Sinyan. She is a rock star of Liyue. And apparently she's a lot of really misunderstood because she's one of the biggest sweethearts they have over there.
Oh.
We actually kind of already knew that, though it was a lot more prominent in this summer's event. The fact that she is very caring, she wants to help a lot of people, but everybody is kind of put off by her style.
Mm-hmm.
And because she's a little bit of a loud character.
Okay.
But I mean, she's a rock star. Her whole aesthetic is to be loud, and she's really music talented.
Mm-hmm.
We see her play both rock and a little bit of a ballad in this summer event.
Oh, nice.
Yes, very nice.
Also think that kind of character answers to a more real life, equivalent of like not exactly artist, but like metalheads, people who like metal, tend to be really nice people from my little experience and from what I've heard.
Yeah, she is a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I will defend that girl for all of my life, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
And she was apparently the last character to show up in both a main story and an event.
Oh,
For some reason, they had her on the back burner. I do not know why.
yeah.
She's so amazing.
Yeah, I mean, fair. To me, she sounds like the same importance as what was that maid name? Like
Noelle.
Yeah, Noelle or like Barbara. Do those two, for example, show up more than her?
As of recently, she is one of the fandom's favorites as far as I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
And I really defend this woman, I swear. I do not care what everybody else says, I really like her.
So the rating?
10, obviously.
Okay. It will be an 8 for me.
8? I did not see that one coming.
As in very low or as in high?
As a medium, I actually expected a 9.
Okay, I can see why, but for me, there is not a lot there, as character-wise or story-wise. You know, I think it's cool. I don't mind it, but you know.
Yeah, she is the kind of girl you would like to have as your best friend. As I have Luna over here.
Yeah, I'm not a rock star, by the way.
I don't mind.
Thanks. Okay, moving on. Song.
And the second god on our list, this is Jean-Lee Rex Lapis, or Morax, however you would like to call
I
him.
thought it was a cat. Anyway.
No, it's not a cat, it's a dragon.
No, the under the dragon. Is that another dragon?
No, yes, it's a dragon head, I believe.
Okay, 3 dragons, I guess.
Mm.
So, does he have any lore?
He
Magic
has
friend?
way too much lore to go over, and we shall summarize.
He looks traumatized.
He is traumatized.
Yay.
He lost the person
Is
that...
he edgy?
He is edgy.
Is he a man?
He is a man.
Well.
He's also very cultured
Oh.
and a very great talker.
Oh.
As I was about to say on Chichi's point, I actually lost him for Chichi, but I do not mind because I got my little hero.
Yeah.
And he is both mine, Nico's, and my mother's favorite character.
Mine.
And yours too, yeah. I thought one of the other ones was your favorite.
I have multiple favorites.
And mean favorite.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, you have somebody over him.
It's like, yeah.
The same way that I have Sucrose over almost Sucrose and Cinnamon over everybody.
Except that guy.
Yes, except
Yeah.
that guy.
This man.
This beautiful dragon over here that everybody in the internet is horny for.
Fair. Are they wrong though?
No, they aren't. But he's also the oldest being that we know of. He's 6,000 and counting.
Nice.
Yes.
Mature.
He was the first god to be made in the Great War that happened in that world.
Mm-hmm.
The second one apparently being Barbatos/Venti.
Okay, you said war?
War, yes. Great War happened a really long time ago, but it's only important for the gods.
War? Gods against who?
Gods against gods.
Why?
Because they wanted to come on top and rule the other regions.
PC boys.
Yes, and this is how we only ended up with 7 of them.
Yeah.
Though apparently about 5 of them have changed.
Okay. Good.
Good for them, bad for everybody that has trauma.
Well, what can you do?
Where are those who share the memories, as Song Lee says? So he works at a very big funeral parlor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
He works with the dead a lot.
Yay!
He really likes to reminisce. How do you say it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
About the old times, above a good cup of tea.
Oh yeah, I sure do love primordial soup.
Luna really likes her tea.
Do you know what a primordial soup is?
No.
It's a theory in evolution that how life became from microorganisms, and those microorganisms started living in a warm environment, probably water. So it's primordial soup, the first soup which life began.
Oh my god, I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean that's the highbrow jokes I'm talking. Good, I'm alive. Soup.
And apparently, one of the nicknames that some of the voice actors call him is CEO of GEO.
Oh.
Yeah, that came up in one of the VA's live streams. I believe it was Zach Aguilar's. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah,
Whistle.
so I have no idea.
You have no idea? Of course you don't.
Magic man with your magic words.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's basically Zonly.
Nice. I
He,
think we share a rating here.
no, we shall also mention the fact that he apparently staged his own death.
He's what?
He staged his own death.
Ah, okay. We love a drama queen.
Yeah, he's a very big drama queen, and also he made his own funeral.
Also, I know he's piss poor.
Yeah,
Right.
he's also piss poor. He almost always forgets his money, and usually either the parlor pays for him or child Tartaglia, however you want to call him.
Do people know that he's a god?
No, they actually do not know,
That's why.
though some have some speculation. Oh no, actually, child knows.
Yeah, I mean, fair. But
Mostly he's betrayed. He was his friend and he betrayed him because child was meant to steal something very important from him, but he could not find him, and he was right next to him all this time.
I really like their dynamic, Zhongli and Child.
So does the rest of the internet.
Yeah, well,
So does Nico very, very much.
I mean. So,
A rating, obviously a 10 out of 10.
yeah, I obviously agree with that.
And shall we move on?
Yeah. Yeah, here's the dead dragon. Is that Zhongli?
This is, I believe,
Not that guy.
that specific form is called the Rex Lapis, and his god form is called the Morax. I may be flipping them around.
It is Zhongli.
It is Zhongli,
Okay.
though Zhongli spirit is not at that moment in the body.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Nice. And also, this is the best picture I could get.
Yeah, indeed, this was the best screenshot from the game we could get.
What is this, Sandy? What is this bullshit?
A little ball.
It's clipping through the floor.
Everything is clipping through the floor in Genshin,
It's
my dear.
clipping through the dragon. Who's that?
That's our playable character.
Oh yeah, something suspicious going on. I cannot put my finger on it. This is clipping. Perhaps.
You should see how the game runs on mobile, where I'm playing.
Scared.
It is very scary. Half the time I cannot see a building, and I run into them. It is very scary.
Yeah. Moving on, we have Albedo, I bet. I don't know, it's definitely not on the top, right?
Yeah, he is Albedo. He is the chief
Top
alchemist.
left. Sorry.
Wherever.
It's top. I forgot my lefts and rights.
What can you do? He is the chief alchemist. He is the chief alchemist of the Knights of Favonius and the superior of Sucros.
Yeah.
And he actually isn't human. Although it seems that he is human, he isn't.
Yeah, I remember you told me. I don't remember what he is.
I'm not exactly sure, though he was actually made from chalk, not from a human being. Yes, he's a talky boy.
That's very interesting. That's very nice lore-wise.
Yeah, it is very nice lore-wise. Also, the fact that his main job is to find the reason for life.
Isn't ours.
How how life came to be.
Primordial soup.
Yes,
Primordial soup.
he's trying to find primordial soup.
Yummy.
Though he is very caring kind of person, although he might seem a little bit of blunt in the first.
I mean, he's made of chalk.
Yeah. He is also not the only albedo maid, though I believe the rest were not called albedo. There were multiple experiments and he was the best come out.
Oh, who made?
I do not remember exactly, though it was somebody from Candria.
Ah, okay.
So also Albedo is also one of the older characters, though we do not know how long he has conscience.
Oh, okay. From what you've told me about his origin, it kinda reminds me of the tale of making of the golem. I think it's a Jewish, tale.
Yeah, I believe that's what we usually believe Albedo to be. I'm not exactly sure myself, because I also do not have him as a character and can't read his lore myself. And so, yeah, he's a very great artist as well.
Love that.
Yeah.
For an artificial, being. I really like the concept.
Yeah, he is actually really good at landscaping, especially, as well as people, though apparently he does not like to draw Gaia.
Oh.
I do not know why, I don't remember exactly why, but he always draws Gaia as if he was a stick figure. Yeah, it's very funny. Everybody else is very detailed and Gaia is a stick figure.
Nice.
And he most of the times is the one responsible for Klee, and he calls him Big Brother Albedo.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very cute. And also the fact that they look alike a little bit, you can very much pass it as if they were siblings.
Sure.
I mean, sure, if you could explain about 18-year-old being there out of the sudden. And he also illustrates for Shincho. He has illustrated his book that became a sensation.
Oh.
Yeah.
A crazy nation. So the rating.
The rating is 9.5.
I think that's for me too.
Yeah.
Because this is a prime example of the rating being raised just because of the story. Because before I didn't remember that he wasn't human.
Oh.
Yeah, I would give him like a 7 before.
Before the non-human part, you would give him a 7.
Yeah, I think it's a very cool concept. The inanimate being becoming, a human.
He's Pinocchio, basically.
Pinocchio.
He learned how to be a human boy.
Oh. Next up, we've got
Ganyu.
Ganyu.
She is also non-human if you cannot tell by the horns. She is Ningguang's secretary, and she is also one of the main workaholics.
Oh, okay.
Though she apparently also gets really sleepy.
Here. She has a bell.
Yes, she has a belt. Bell. I'm sorry. I believe she's a type of being called not Chishin.
Chishin are the zombies, like Chichi.
No, she's not a zombie.
Yeah.
She's some kind of dragon-esque type. I don't exactly remember. If you would like to zoom on her on the thing on her hands. This is apparently her other form.
Oh, that's cute.
It's very cute. She's very fluffy. And very big.
Sunday has we play a dragon game together. She has a big thing about fluffiness.
Yes, I really like fluffy things. And her main thing is the fact that she really likes to do her work. And she's also trying to blend in with the humans, so the horns don't really help.
Yeah.
She does not like being touched on the horns. Do not touch. Not touch
She
it.
could wear a hat.
No, she couldn't. They are very sensitive, actually.
Okay.
This is why she doesn't wear anything on them. She is a very caring soul. She's caring to a fault, I would say. She is what in Liyue they call an adeptus. She's basically immortal. So a lot of people view her as something that is above them. And so that's one of the big things in Liyue's chapter, the fact that humans need to learn and coexist with the immortals, and and vice versa, because their god just died and they need to coexist without an in-between.
Yeah. So how would you rate her?
Ganyu for me is about an 8, I would say, and I'm very generous on this one, mostly because I really like her battle style.
Nice.
And even though I do not have her, I really like to do her test runs.
Nice. For me it's a 7.5, and that's generous too. It's between 7 and 7.5, to be honest. I like the concept that, she's not human. But I kind of feel like she's a... No, that's because I have no,
Specific tie to her.
Yeah, that too, but also she feels like a more passive and less intense, lore-wise version of Zhongli, as the immortal dragon being.
Yeah, kind of. Though I believe she doesn't actually like to talk too much about the past.
Yeah.
She usually reminisces on her own.
Yeah.
Zhongli likes to talk about it to other people.
Yeah, I mean more as a concept.
Yeah.
Next we've got... Yes!
Luna's favorite!
Team!
Luna's favorite edgy boy, Xiao.
Edgy man.
He's a man. He's an edgy man.
Yeah.
He's also an adeptus, and he was one of the grade 5 yaksas that we know. Apparently there were only 5, now there's only 1.
Yay.
He's the last one remaining.
For now.
He has a lot of pain in him.
Yeah.
And I mean it literally because of the karma he has collected from killing gods.
Yay.
Yes. And basically doing everybody's dirty work.
So he's basically like an assassin.
Yeah, he's kind of like an assassin. Though he's very caring towards children.
Oh. Yeah,
So he was actually the one who rescued Chi-Chi and to get her to the other adepti to revive her.
That's adorable.
That's indeed very adorable.
King behavior.
Yes, he is a king. And if I also remember correctly, his actual form is that of a bird. Like a phoenix, but in his coloring.
Nice.
It's very pretty. Though I believe we've never had exact confirmation about it. Though if the pluses were anything to go by, he's a bird.
Verb.
And apparently, according to most people, his arm tattoo, if you would like to zoom in,
The technical.
actually depicts his bird form.
Oh.
If you see it fully spread out.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Unfortunately, at the moment.
My technical skills are limited to zooming in and zooming out.
What can we do?
And editing magic. Let us not forget.
Yes, the editing magic.
Also, I have another image of him with the one from.
Yeah, this is from his trailer.
Yay! Smash.
Smash.
You would smash.
Of course we would smash.
I remember he was one of your first favorites.
He was actually the character that got me into the game.
Oh.
Yeah, I decided to to download Genshin because I saw Xiao, though I unfortunately missed his banner.
Oh.
And I first learned in general about Genshin because of Albedo, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Moving on.
The rating, please.
The rating.
The rating.
I think it
Do
was
we
obvious.
do we need the rating?
Do we
Tens.
need- Yeah. Oh, it's a 10 for you too.
Of course, it's a 10
Yeah.
for me.
Just for the, what he did for you, as in, got you into the game.
No, not exactly.
It has its plus points. That's
It
what I
has
think.
its plus points because he was my first favorite, but also because it's actually the dual typing of his character.
Ah.
We see in one of the intermediate chapters between regions the fact that he actually wants to, not just there actually, he wants to protect everyone and everything, the entirety of Liyue.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very troubling because sometimes he does not rest.
Oh.
Yeah, he does not rest. He's a bit of a dingus on that point. But kudos for being actually
Trying.
one, not trying exactly because he's basically Liyue's Diluc.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Another Batman. Another edgy man, to protect the world.
Yay!
Also, this Batman is my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Okay, before that I said that there was a certain image in this format that I didn't feel comfortable putting here is of hers. This is the tamest image I found, actually. We found.
Yeah, this is her, the way she shows up as you were pulling for her. This is Hu Tao and Zhongli's boss, actually. That little thing is Zhongli's boss. She is the 37th, I believe. No, I believe she's actually the 74th.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that.
Yeah, well.
She comes from a very long line of funeral consultants.
Mm-hmm.
And she's actually very passionate about her job,
Mm-hmm.
but she can be very jarring to the other people in Liyue
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that she's so bubbly, even though she works with dead people
Yeah.
all of the time. You would expect as a funeral consultant to be very droopy, very serious.
Respectful.
Hu Tao is respectful,
Mm.
but she's respectful to the dead, not to the
Yeah.
mourning.
Yeah, well, the mourning are the ones that, go
Have to
through
live with it.
Yeah.
And she became the the head funeral consultant after her grandfather died, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the same point she got her powers.
Ah.
And how I believe she met her little ghost over here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually her main story point, the fact that when her grandfather died, she packed up a bag and went to the entrance to the underworld, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and stayed there to say a last goodbye to her grandfather. But she waited for, like, I believe a week before her rations ran out.
Mm-hmm.
And another ghost decided to tell her he isn't here anymore, he left, you need to move on.
Oh.
And yeah, this is Hu Tao.
So how would you rate her?
She's about an 8 for me.
Oh.
An 8, maybe a 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's actually the first character I saw when I got into the game. This was the banner that I got into.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have got her on Heriran just because I wanted to remember the fact that I got in Genshin when she was the main focus.
That's very touching, man. Very
Yes.
nice. My rating is a 6.
Understandably.
I'm not a big fan. Nor does the story touch me, especially.
Yeah, it isn't exactly a touching story, though it also reasons why she does not find that jarring of a job.
Yeah. Next,
Rosaria.
We couldn't also find. We actually couldn't find.
We legit couldn't find her banner photo.
Yeah.
Not her banner photo, her announcement photo.
Okay, yeah.
This is also the old model. She was one of the characters that was changed.
Mm-hmm.
She is one of the sisters in the church of Mondstadt.
Mm-hmm.
She also, as you can see, is an assassin. That's why all of the belts, the everything, the tights, it became a lot more apparent on her
New design.
on her new design, the fact that she's one of the sisters.
Mm-hmm.
She's a nun apparently for.
A nun and then assassin. Wow.
Yeah. No, first assassin, then nun.
Yeah, well, if you do this at the same time, it doesn't count.
No, she actually was an assassin before she was a nun.
Yeah. Why would she become a nun?
I do not know. She ran away. I believe she ran away from the people who abducted her from her family when she was a young baby. I believe that was her story, and they were thieves, assassins, and the like. And that's why she got into that line of work, and then became a nun.
Upon becoming a nun, does she stop being an assassin?
No, she does not.
Okay.
She is very suspicious of everybody, especially, I believe, Albedo. For some reason. I do not know why she does not like Albedo. I do not know what Albedo did. He's a very kind person.
Yeah.
He's a bit awkward with words, but he's a very kind person.
Well,
so her main thing is the fact that she actually sees the drinking buddy of Kaya. Yeah. And always they're at the Deluxe bar and drinking, the two of them, whenever they have off time.
Didn't Diluca and Kaya fall out?
Yeah, they fall out. That does not mean Kaya stops going at the bar.
That's the pettiest thing I've heard all day.
Yes, Kaya is very petty.
I'm quite petty myself. I hear things from me all the time. That's the crown. He takes the crown.
Yes, he does.
So, how much would you rate her?
She's a 5.
Yeah,
I do not
agree.
know why. I did not like her from the moment she was announced.
Yeah, it's kind of plain. And, we've seen a handful of plain characters before, but she feels even
Plain.
empty. Yeah.
Yes, she feels like she's the standard edgy assassin woman.
Yeah.
Femme fatale, that was what I was going to say.
Okay. I think it's another play on the duality, nun and an assassin.
Yeah, apparently she ain't even a good nun.
Yeah, I mean, she's an assassin, it makes sense.
She forgets what the god she's supposed to revere name is. She does not remember Barbados, basically.
Oh, okay.
She, actually one of her lines, she calls him Bartobas, Barsibato, and something else, I don't remember it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Also,
funny.
yeah, that's actually me when talking about a child's actual name, Tartarus, I don't remember.
Tartaglia.
Yeah, Tarta. Next,
We have Yanfei.
Yanfei.
She's also one of the non-humans characters, though I believe she's only partly Adeptus. She's part Adeptus, part human, and she's very proud of the fact that she's an Adeptus, even partially. And she is Liu's main law consultant. She's a lawyer, basically.
Okay. Those are minus points for me.
Those are plus
Very
points,
proud.
actually, for me.
Okay. I really like what she's holding, but other than that, not fun.
That scale is actually, if I remember correctly, gift from her father. I believe he's the Adeptus of the couple. I do not remember if it is told or not. And this, how do you say it?
I don't know.
Pause. This scale actually counts the value of any item you put on it.
Made in Abyss season 2.
Yeah.
I'm not.
This, though, the only problem is this counts their original value. So if you
not
put
Made in Abyss.
no. If you put one of the rarest flowers in all of Liyue on that scale, it will actually be very cheap because it was very common at the time the scale was made.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Would you like to rate or should we say something more?
Nah, let's rate. I mean, we have more important characters to talk about.
We do actually.
Yeah.
So Yanfei for me is about an 8.
Okay, for me it's a 7.
Understandable.
Yeah. I just like her scale, man. I don't care about her.
She also gives us, her and her mentor, give us the teapot, which is, yes, the main,
I know that.
she gives us a home.
Yeah, we're not homeless.
We actually did live in the wild before that.
Like an animal?
No, like a camper.
Okay. As an razor, I guess. Next.
We have
Another
one we couldn't find the announcement photo for, Yula.
Yeah.
She's a member of a family that was in charge of Mondstadt a long time ago, and now they hate them because they were basically tyrants.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's about a bit of a bad thing because Yula is one of the Knights of Favonius.
Oh.
Yeah, and she is actually she can be very annoying, but she's also very kind.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the only people who have actually befriended her is Amber.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very cute. She has Amber and everybody outside of Mondstadt. Because she once helped Yanfei in one of the jobs, because apparently someone died between Liyue and Mondstadt, and they needed both the knights and the consultant.
Yeah. Anyway.
She can be a bit of
boss.
not boss. She can be a princess kind of character. Not the Arara kind, the kind that
Demanding.
No, she can be very demanding.
The Greek sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I do that too. I always say Lipon.
And she tries very hard to be accepted by the people, but it always fails because of who she is.
Okay. How would you rate her?
About a 7. And I'm very generous because of how we see her in the latest event.
Mm-hmm.
And in the last Christmas, I believe, event.
Mm-hmm.
Though her character is a little bit of jarring because she always says she always takes revenge on people, and it can get annoying after the 5th time.
Okay. From what you've told me, I really like and relate to some of her problems. Believe it or not, my family is not tyrants. Are not tyrants, but
What can we do?
the rest of the stuff. I'll give her an 8.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, good rating.
Shall we go next?
Yeah.
So this is our criminal from Edo. As I was about to say, this is Kaedehara Kazuha, and he is the first character we will see from Inazuma, the region based on Japan.
Oh.
That region was actually closed off for quite a long time, since I believe the change of their Archon. Actually, Inazuma used to have 2 Archons, but because they were identical twins, nobody saw it.
Oh.
Yeah, they were like the same face but completely different personalities. We shall see later. I shall talk. And yeah, Inazuma was closed up until recently because war started.
Yay!
Yeah, civil war, and they civil war. Yes, not with nobody else, with each other. And yeah, because the god over there lost for once in her life, she promised, she turned a new book, and she opened up the region again.
Good.
Very good.
Yeah, the economy will bloom.
Again. And so this is how we go to Kazuha. And he was actually from a noble family, but by the time he was the head of the family, it had already collapsed. And his family was mainly for smithing famous swords. I think it was one of the 5 families smithing great swords. And they have their own specific kind of sword style that's very nature oriented. And as well as the fact that Kazuha is very nature oriented, and he really likes to be out in nature and not cooped up in a specific room.
Okay.
It is very odd to consider the fact that he was Beido's navigation man, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the criminal we were talking about in Beido's spot. And now that the region is open again, he can finally visit home.
Yay!
To practically almost nobody.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody's dead. And his main reason he decided to fight against the Inazuma's god was because she killed his traveling buddy and best friend. And lover. We had canon and lover, but we don't know specifically.
Okay.
Apparently we have also dubbed that character Tomo, I do not know specifically.
Okay. So, the rating.
The rating, he is a 9.
For me too, we actually agree on the latest ones.
Yes, thankfully. And also because I actually have repressed Sucrose recently with him.
Ooh,
yes,
the drama.
Very touchy subject, but I was getting a tiny bit tired of the butterflies all the time, so I changed it to autumn leaves.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Next,
we have
Ayaka. Don't say her whole name. It's Ayaka.
I was about to say her title actually, but anyways.
Okay.
And I just forgot it. This is Ayaka. She is the second born of Yashiro Commission's family, and she's in their family is in charge of mostly festivals and the like. And she is one of the most people you want. The game tries to make you befriend. They try, she's very nice, but it is really tiring sometimes, especially the first time you meet her. This is one of the reasons why at the start I did not like Inazuma at all, because they were trying so hard to make Ayaka important. Though they kind of fixed it in the second time they showed her in the main story. So Ayaka herself has tried to smuggle people out of Inazuma because they were the god over there wanted to take the power of the people who have it. I do not know how Ayaka escaped that. So apparently most people escaped it by having fake ones and giving those instead of their those specific items that give their power instead of their actual ones. At some point in the story, actually, she asks you to go and bail out their counterfeiter. Yeah, the guy who makes the fake ones was actually jailed by one of the characters, and you need to break him out of jail.
Nice.
Nice. She does everything in secret, but she's a very kind girl. Though because of the fact that she's so high up in society, she does not have a lot of friends. But she's a very kind girl. I give her that.
Nice. So how many points would you give?
Because of the start, I have to go to at least a 7.5. Though because she has, they have changed a little bit the way they write her, I'll do her an 8.
Oh, it's a 6 for me.
And it is a bit understandable. I have not told you the best things about her.
I would give her a 5, but just because she smuggles people out, it's a 6.
Yeah, also I would like to point out the fact that she actually dances in a river with socks on.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it to 3. No, just kidding.
No. So that's all about Ayaka. We shall talk about her brother later.
Next, then, a child.
A tiny child, a tiny ninja. This is Sayu.
Big ass head again. Big ass hat. I don't like.
No, biggest hat, not biggest head.
Yeah.
She is one of the ninjas under the Yashiro Commission, and she is constantly sleeping. That's one of the main things about Sayu. She's always trying to get as much sleep as she can get in. Though that is because she has heard the fact that sleeping makes you grow. And that was the main thing before she met our main character, and now she tries to do different things.
Cute.
Yeah, it's quite cute. Though it can be a little bit tiring at times.
Fair.
Also, I would like to say the fact that she turns into a tanuki. Yeah, that's why she has that lift on her head. This is part of her training, not because she's a tanuki. Yeah, a lot of people do that mistake her for a tanuki at the start especially, but no, she ain't.
Okay.
Would you like to rate first for this time?
Yash. It's a 5, man. I don't feel it.
Neither do I. It's also a 5 for me.
Okay.
We very much agree on this one. I never specifically liked Sayu, though she tries, she never succeeds. It can get really annoying after a point.
Yeah, fair. Next.
We have Yoimiya. She is from a family of firework owners, and she basically helps Ayaka out with everybody else because she's also one of the people who smuggle people out. It was a very tiring time apparently. She makes the fireworks for the festivals that they have over there. And apparently a lot of people at the start called her Amber 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's also bubbly, she's also very helpful, but she can be quite a bit tiring.
Okay. Shall we rate here?
So Yoimiya for me, unfortunately, is about a 6. That's the best I can give her. I do not know why I do not like her. I want to like her more, but I do not like her as much as I like most of the other ones.
How much did I give Ayaka?
A 6.
She'll get a 6.5. I like her design more, to be honest.
Yeah, her design is all around festivals, so that's why there's the rope on her back. She actually, I believe it's not shown in this photo we have up here, but she actually always has a little pouch with a fish in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Okay, that was a very good video. There's another one that I'll record right now, so you can have it in less than a month. And thank you very much for watching. Sorry for any background noise. I'll see you all in the next one, hopefully soon. Bye bye.